Hi there again. Welcome back. It's been 7 months since I've last made a coffee table talk, and here I am again. And welcome again to the Coffee Table Talks. Again, for those who already forgot, my name is Ram, and our outfit has changed. From Ram Speaks, it's already my own official personal name. It's now styled as Rameses Javier Casten. That's my real name, anyways. But I'm here to talk about what exactly happened to me in the past 7 months since I last made a podcast, and what have I learned from the things around me and from the experience that I had with talking to people and with the things that happened to me throughout that entire existence. What has happened to me, anyways? And so we'll start with the fact that I didn't get to make a podcast episode for the Coffee Table Talks for Broken or for any specials since November 21, 2021. So it's give or take almost 7 months since I last made a podcast. And I decided to make a podcast right now because I know that we need to know what exactly happened to me. I myself have no idea what happened to me exactly, but here I am, and I'd like to know my own thoughts on the matter. So, for those 7 months, I've been very active in politics. I have supported a presidential candidate here in the Philippines. Unfortunately, that presidential candidate failed to make it, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the road for us. We're continuing our goals. We start doing initiatives. We're organizing and we're building up so that our friends from across the spectrum can hear our advocacies. And what else? Well, I have been very busy with training. I have been very busy with teaching my students how to become efficient employees in the workplace. I've also been very busy with certain public engagements. Like a few weeks back, I got an invitation to be part of an interview, and on top of the interviews, I had radio guestings, I had interviews in fora and symposia and all those stuff. And yeah, I mean, it's a very hectic, busy 6 months, isn't it? But things change. I mean, every single thing that I did changed ever since I got into the fray. Well, that's 6 months. That's a huge amount of time, even if it's just, 6 months, half a year? And things changed a lot for me. Let me just give you a quick run through of what exactly happened to me from the last podcast I made up until the present. So here goes. On top of those that I've shared, at least, but here goes. December 15, that's the day after my birthday. The one that I thought was very special to me broke up with me. Yeah, it's sad. And I broke down in the office thinking, what happened? Why on earth did I feel that failure? Why did I fail? I mean, have I made something that she wouldn't like? I know that the breakup is caused by financial reasons. Well, I was broke that time, but was that sufficient for a breakup to actually happen? And with that, I tried dating, I tried knowing people, I tried talking to them, I tried opening myself up to others, and I don't know, person after person, it failed. I mean, well, politics aside and engagements aside, I'm very happy with all those, but why am I failing in dating? Like, I don't know. I can't really express my full exact thoughts on the matter. All I know is that I had a few failed dates before I met someone. I'm actually seeing her up to this moment. Um, We talked a lot, we jived a lot, and we know that we have a very deep connection with each other. That, I think, is the reason why I'm still kicking in and I'm still fighting. On the other side of life, though, I met my mom back. We last talked to each other for 3 years, I suppose. We met 3 years ago, and I just met her the previous elections. That was May 9 here in the Philippines. We talked, we bonded, and it was such a refreshing feeling, you know. It's refreshing when you meet your parents, you meet family. And by the way, I have someone with me, here where I am right now. He's a good friend of mine. He's a very good friend of mine. And, well, I decided to just take him in because, I mean, first and foremost, he's a friend. Second, I just want someone to talk to, you know. Things in the current ways aren't as good as it looks. I can't find someone that I can really convey my thoughts with. And I thought that if I take him in, if I talk to him often, things would work. And luckily it did. But you see, those incidents that happened to my life, in addition to, the typical rejection, the typical say hi, hellos, and goodbyes at the same time, the typical, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not interested type of thing, the typical, oh, don't talk to me, I have a boyfriend type of thing, except for all those, um, these incidents that happened to me in the past 7 months have taught me a lot. What are those? First is that sometimes you'll feel rejection, and it's normal, and it's typical, and it's even becoming the norm nowadays. But it doesn't mean that it's the end of the road for you. See? So, I know that some of you might be feeling rejection at the moment, and the only advice that I can give you right now is just cheer up. I know that it's tough, and I know that it's a trying phase in your life, but know that you're fighting on. You're keeping up the fight, and that's what matters. So we may face rejections, we may face disappointments, but it gives us all the more the reason to wake up every day with a smile on our face and head on, face the day with courage, resilience, and the hope that eventually we will succeed and meet whatever that needs to be met. Second is that connections are important. Human connection is important. The pandemic has cost us a lot of things, such as troubles and missing loved ones and disconnecting with people. But if you get yourself to be connected with people who matter to you, that's bliss. That's sufficient enough for you to be happy. You know. The third lesson that I've learned throughout the 7 months that I was missing from the podcast arena, at least, is that sometimes you get to be busy and you get to be preoccupied to forget things, but you'll always, always, always go back to your first love. And for me, my first love is speaking my mind out, speaking my heart out. That's why I am here. I am back on track. I may not be sure as to how long I'd be waiting before I could get another episode on board, but what matters is that I'm taking baby steps to, regain my normal composure and get back to regular podcasting. And with that, I hope that you guys are still with me. I hope that you guys would still listen to whatever thoughts that I'd like to share. And I hope that you guys would join me in this new chapter of my life. I'm not I'm not the crying type right now because I know that I've learned my lessons throughout the times that I was missing here. But I know that now that I'm back, I had a I had a lot of realization coming through, and I know that things will be better if I'll just start right now. So again, thank you so much, guys. Again, nothing really beats a piping hot cup of coffee. Recently, I tried a chilling glass of iced coffee, but now nothing really beats a cup of piping hot coffee, and also nothing beats a warm heart whenever you go back to your first love. So I guess that's it for me. Until the next coffee table talks, take care, stay safe, and we're doing this because we believe.